All right, roll call, please.
President Byrne.
Here.
Trustees Cook. Here. Forster.
Here.
Shank.
Here.
Harcourt.
Here.
Oppenheim.
Here.
Takaoka.
Okay, we have a quorum present. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. Okay. All right. Are there any citizens that wish to address the board? Because we don't have committee at all, so come up here now. Oh my God. It's the American Legion Post 1247, right?
And the crowd goes wild. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Hey, you know.
Appreciate that.
Is that it was a nice golf outing.
It was an outstanding day.
Oh, is that why you're here?
That's exactly right,
All
Mr.
right.
Mayor. We're here. I'm Todd Renahan.
Yeah.
John Taylor.
You can take your, I don't
Take
care.
our stuff off.
Well, when you're,
You can't hear you though. I mean,
Well, even better, which is better, right?
No.
But, yes, we had a golf outing a couple weeks ago,
Yeah.
the day after my 27th wedding anniversary, so it was a nice way to spend the day.
27?
27th wedding anniversary.
72.
There you go.
Go ahead.
And 3 years later, we moved to Vernon.
I'm on a roll.
How about that? But we had a great golf outing. We had 44 golfers.
Yeah.
The year before, we had 31. So this is our third year. Bill started this idea a few years ago, and we want to thank some of the sponsors that are here, the trustees, as well as thank the village for their support as they have for the last several years. We really appreciate that support that you've given us. What do we have here?
We'd like to present a American Legion Certificate of Appreciation, Mayor Roger Byrne.
Yeah. All right, good.
Gentlemen all sponsored hole sponsors.
I did?
Yes, you did.
I know I did.
I know you did.
I'm just saying, I mean,
Trustee Tom Cook.
excuse me, man. That's
Assist-
nice.
Assistant Village Manager Jonathan Petrillo and his wife Marie.
Okay. Give Jonathan.
Chief of Police Pat Crease and his wife Jacqueline. Thank you, folks. Is Kevin here?
thank you. And Mayor, if I could make a point of order, I'm told that myself, the deputy chief, and our wives came in last place. So no one in the community should be worried about us playing too much golf.
Wow. Wow.
And you were given the award for most honest scorekeeping.
Wow. Yes. Well, that's a breath of fresh air.
That's right. Anything else?
Just a quick note for the future. Hopefully, we'll be starting bingo in October. The first Thursday, we'll be talking about it at our meeting this month because of the COVID situation as to whether we're actually going to go with it.
But that is at the municipal golf course. Doors open at 6 o'clock.
Okay, well.
More to come.
Well, we'll advertise it.
Right, very good. Well, thank
Do
you.
it on, the internet, the sign, and
Signs
then
are up.
Craig will tell me I have to go.
That's right, very good. Thank you very much. We
Yeah,
appreciate
Thank
your
you.
support.
Thank you.
Thank
It
so
was a
much.
nice
Thank you.
day. Well done, boys and men. Okay. Okay, well, I have, some proclamations, but the folks aren't here to pick them up, so if somebody wants to read them, that's okay with me, but, I'm just gonna give them to them. All right, here. All right, Chief, you read, Officer, Katzenstein. There you go.
That's the steam. This is a proclamation in recognition of service to Sergeant Michael J. Katzenstein. And this was presented to him last week on his last day of service on September 2nd. But it's nice to read into the record. Whereas Mike J. Katzenstein began his career in law enforcement as a community service officer for the Village of Vernon Hills in 1995. Whereas Mike was sworn in as a Village of Vernon Hills police officer on September 11th, 1996, and has served the village in that capacity for 25 years. And whereas Mike served as an evidence technician, field training officer, juvenile officer, and officer in charge, and was a trusted member of the Patrol Division for the bulk of his career. And whereas Mike served as an investigator from 2004 to 2009, and he specialized in arson investigations throughout his career. And whereas Mike utilized his knowledge of police radio networks and vehicles to coordinate the operations of the Starcom radios and the management of the department's fleet for numerous years. And whereas Mike was promoted to the rank of sergeant in 2018, Mike led patrol shifts on nights and days and became a valuable member of the command staff. Whereas Mike accumulated numerous commendation and awards from both the department and outside agencies throughout his tenured career and has served with professionalism and distinction. The residents of the village of Vernon Hills have been greatly rewarded by Mike's service to the community during the last 26 years. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that the President of the Board of Trustees of the Village of Vernon Hills, on behalf of the entire Vernon Hills community, County of Lake, extend to Michael J. Katzenstein their gratitude and thanks for many years of service to the law enforcement profession and to the village. Passed and approved this day of 9th September 2021.
Okay. Okay, now we have Building Maintenance Technician 2, David
Just say Z.
Zaderick.
Just say Z.
Z? No, don't say just Z.
He goes by Z.
It's- How do you say it properly? What do you call him? Jesus wept. Zaderick? Excuse me. Okay. Man. Got to put the humidifier on now? Excuse me. Okay. David Z. Dzarek began employment with the Village of Vernon Hills Public Works Department as a custodian on December 11, 2000, and ended his 21 years of service as a building maintenance technician 2 on September 1st, 2021. Excuse me. David's primary duties were to assist with daily maintenance at the police and communications center buildings, where he had spent his entire village career on call 24 hours per day for the potential hazmat call or alike. Aside from fulfilling his regular 8-hour shifts, David helped oversee annual maintenance contracts and coordinate contractual services for all the municipal buildings, in addition to purchasing the paper products and janitorial supplies. David served as a snow fighter, yeah, no kidding, by dedicating many tired hours behind the wheel of the plow and snow shovel during winter storms, keeping the parking lots and sidewalks safe for our employees and residents. David is an admirable family man, married to his wife Christy of 27 years, as a loving father to his son Richard. He is also devoted to his in-laws and extended family. David has a love for bowling and served on a local bowling league for many, many years. David was a great asset to the Village of Vernon Hills Public Works Department throughout his career and has served with much professionalism. Therefore, be it proclaimed that the President and the Board of Trustees of the Village of Vernon Hills, on behalf of the entire village, Vernon Hills community, County of Lake, extend to David Z. Zaderick. Is that right? Not even close. Nobody even wants to comment? God bless this guy. Their gratitude and thanks for his 21 years of service to the community and the organization. Passed and approved this 9th day of September 2021. Okay. Yeah, I did. Okay. All right. Now, let's see here. Village manager, assistant village manager, treasurer, chief of police, public works, village engineer, director of community service have no speaking parts, right? Okay.
I've got,
That's
excuse me,
gonna move.
Oh, Kevin.
just one quick
Whoa,
update.
whoa, whoa, you're not on the agenda.
He hasn't speaking.
Please, okay, go ahead.
Well, the first is there'll be no closed session this evening, so that should hopefully help.
But my
move
wife
everything
will
along.
be happy, which is not easy to do.
Secondly is
Oh,
just,
God bless her, she's not here. Yeah, I shouldn't even say that.
just an update on the document in front of you. If you remember at our August 10th board meeting, we recognized the Epstein family of Vernon Hills. And as part of that evening, we recognized that there's other families and individuals in the Vernon Hills community that also do great acts. And so the direction to staff was to craft some parameters for a awards and recognition program, and that's what you have before you. What we're asking is that you take a look at that over the next few weeks, and if you have any comments or suggestions for us, please let us know, and we'll bring that back at a future meeting for adoption by the board.
Okay. Is that about it?
That's it?
All right. Any other department heads want to, crash this agenda? Okay. All right, next is the omnibus vote agenda. Is there a motion to approve items A through, what is it, S?
Motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
Who said that?
Anthony.
Okay. All right, any comments or questions? If not, roll call.
President Byrne,
Aye.
trustees Marport,
Aye.
Forster. Aye. Oppenheim,
Aye.
Cook,
Aye.
Schenk,
Aye.
Takaoka.
Motion carries. Okay, I guess this is all unfinished business, correct? Okay, approval and passage of ordinance 2021-26, a resolution granting approval to operate outdoor special event for Hawthorn Mall located at 122 Hawthorn Center. Is anybody here for that? Okay, and now does he need the, yeah, come up here then. Are you here for all of these?
Just the first two.
First two.
Okay, great. And your name, please?
My name's Tom Sheehy. I'm the facility manager at Hawthorn Mall.
You're what?
I'm the facility manager at Hawthorn Mall.
Okay. Now, who do you report to?
I report to Jeff Rutson.
Okay. All right. Mike, you want to tackle this one, or?
Sure thing. On your screen in front of you is the area where they would have this event. It's going to be the Hawthorn 2.0 Fall Kickoff event.
Yeah.
And it'll celebrate future Hawthorn developments and bring awareness to what those developments are. They also have a time capsule there. Attendees will be encouraged to offer suggestions and donate items. There'll be a 22-foot tall bounce house, face painting, balloon artists, food trucks, all the things you'd typically see at an event like this. It would take place on Saturday, September 18th, and it would happen between the hours of 12 p.m. and 2 p.m. And so tonight, if the board feels that this temporary use is appropriate, then a motion approving the resolution attached to your packet is recommended, subject to the conditions that are referenced therein. And if you have any questions, Tom is here to answer them.
Is there any comments or questions for the petitioner? Yeah?
No questions.
Yes,
We've
yes.
been talking about this for a while, so it's obviously something we're all in favor of. Are we helping in advertising in any way?
I believe that on the Facebook page, there's already been some advertisement on the Facebook page. We had, especially for the time capsule portion of this, because we're trying to involve the community, there's already been a family that has presented some items for the time capsule. And so this is just another way to bring awareness and keep the community excited about what Hawthorne's doing and the future of what, where the mall's going.
Okay.
And
So when are we going to, close the time capsule?
Tom?
So as of right now, so when we present the new plaza portion, so that is when we're going to present, like pretty much bury the time capsule. So we're looking another year out,
Yeah,
So this
yeah,
is
yeah,
just, this is like the opening of,
Yeah.
the Pandora's box here. Like, come on,
Okay.
Oh, so there-
what do you have?
So there's still time to add things to the
Absolutely.
time cap?
Yes.
How
Okay.
big is this? I mean, how big will this?
So, Centennial, who owns Hawthorn Mall, as you know, our big motion is for sustainability, efficiency. So I ended up finding somewhere where I can get recycled barrels. So I got a 55-gallon recycled stainless steel barrel
Yeah.
that we're gonna fill, and then that's actually waterproof, so then when we bring it back up in 50, 75, however long we decide to bring it back up, it'll still hold.
Well, when you
know.
say bring it back up, it's gonna be buried in the ground?
Yeah,
Okay,
That's how you do it.
I guess. Hey, you know, I don't know, we must have a time capsule someplace, right? Didn't we unearth
Yeah.
one in the last,
We did one,
yeah, in the last 50 years, probably?
but
So,
it got wet.
But is that how long it is? You plan it for 50
what?
years?
However long you want.
yeah, I think the plan's 50 years, I mean,
Yeah.
it took 50 years for us to do this big change to the property. Maybe in another
Yeah, 'cause-
50 years, we might do it again. Who
Well,
knows?
you know, because everybody's sitting here will be, as they say,
Don't.
don't do it?
Yeah, no, speak for yourself.
Can I say it? Well,
No, speak for yourself.
you're 50,
53, there's still a chance.
okay? Do you eat a lot of yogurt? Okay,
enough.
I mean, okay, but I was just gonna say, most people up here will be pushing up daisies, okay? All right, go ahead.
So, but yeah, so like I said, it's just, this is pretty much our big event of the year. Given the circumstances, we haven't been able to do big events. So luckily, we're still able to do something outdoors that people can still feel comfortable. Given the recent Illinois mandate, masks are required, are recommended, not required. So it's at your comfort level, but it's a very, very big piece of land.
Yeah.
We're only inviting a few hundred people. It's not going to be anything too cramped. We've got, I think we're up to 5 food trucks now.
Is this not open for the whole community then?
It is. I mean, we're still advertising it. We had a sign-up list just to kind of get a feel of how many people are interested.
Okay.
So, we put it out there. You could sign up at this site, and
It's gonna be done like in an hour where people could be there?
it's
You know what I
it's a
mean?
Saturday afternoon, 12 to 2.
Well, 2 hours.
So, it's lunch hour.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be really nice, I guess.
You got a band
Some of the
coming or
future
You got
forecast.
music or something?
We're gonna have a stage set up. We're gonna have a band playing for the 2 hours.
Really?
I think, Jeff's tossing it around. He might do a little speech just to say thank you, for coming out here. Kind of present the time capsule, because that's gonna be presented in front of the stage.
Yeah.
So for people to see, we'll display some of the items I just got here tonight.
And do you want any of us there or no?
I believe some people have already,
We're all invited.
yeah.
But it's who's playing on that Saturday?
So it's a band that we've
I'm
actually
not talking
had.
about that, who's playing football?
Oh, I don't,
You know,
I mean,
It's Saturday.
I'm an NFL guy. I don't know. I don't watch college
do
football.
what?
That's on Saturdays, right?
all right, yeah, okay, well, hopefully some people can come.
I think it'll be all right. So, yeah, no, we're excited about it. And, it's just another step in keeping the
Yeah.
community involved.
And you're Sheehy?
Sheehy, yes.
And are you providing the food, or is that for purchase, or is that?
So we have 2 tenants that agreed that are internal tenants. So we have Angela's Caribbean Cuisine, which is our new tenant in the food court.
Really?
We also have Cinnabon, and then we have Flying Hawaiian Food Truck, Lucky Burger, Mamma Mia Pizza, El Zorro Tacos, and then we have Stan's Donuts also coming out. So we'll have those food trucks there available. And then we're also going to have some of our tenants with tables set up, because we're trying to keep our interior tenants involved as well.
All right, so is this gonna be outside somewhere around the
Yeah,
mall? Okay.
so up by
Is
AMC,
it-
we have an outer lot.
Where is it?
It's up by AMC, so it's actually right next to the development. So we have an outer lot there that we showed a movie, actually, we're gonna be talking about this shortly, but we had a movie there last Halloween, and so we had, I think it was 150 cars that were able to fit in
Watching
this
it
lot.
in like an outdoor movie
Yeah,
theater?
yeah,
Really?
so it's just a good little outer lot that we can do events in,
Okay, and you're absolutely certain that the people building out the mall are not gonna be working that Saturday?
100%.
They're not- You sure? They're not gonna come to us and say, we're behind schedule and we wanna work
No,
all day
no.
Saturday?
This
How
portion of
can
the.
you say- How can you say that?
Because this portion of the project is still on schedule.
Okay, all right. I
Yes,
like it.
so I could confirm
I
that.
like it, all right. Okay, is that about it on this? So is there a motion and a second?
I don't know if they have.
Is there anything
But I'll
to
motion it.
approve? there a motion to approve?
Yeah, motion to approve.
Second.
All right, motion is second. Any further comments or questions? If not, roll call.
President Byrne.
Aye.
Trustees Marport.
Aye.
Forster.
Aye.
Oppenheim.
Aye.
Cook.
Aye.
Shank.
Aye.
Takaoka.
Motion carries. Now, I gotta ask you this.
Yes,
Got
sir.
any people in the funeral home business that are relatives?
I don't believe so.
Okay. It's a famous last name on the south side.
I know it is.
Oh, thank you. Are you from Chicago?
I am from
Oh,
Chicago.
yeah, then you know. Sheehy's. Oh, you gotta go to Sheehy's.
I know.
All right, I don't want to go there now, though. Okay. Number 2, approval and passage, this is still you.
This is still me. That's why I haven't moved.
I know, that's good. Approval and passes a resolution, excuse me, 2021-027, resolution granting approval to operate an outdoor special event for Hawthorn Mall located at 122 Hawthorn Center. This different than the last one?
It is.
Yes, it
It's
is.
a little
What
different.
is this one?
Halloween.
The last one was for Christmas, so they had that in December. It was a Christmas-themed movie. This one will be a Halloween-themed movie, and it'll be on October 22nd. Same location for the screens, pretty much the same operation, and the movie would take place between 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. on that date. So again, if the board feels that this temporary outdoor movie event is appropriate, then a motion approving the resolution attached to your packet is recommended, subject to the conditions contained therein.
Now, what's the movie?
We're showing Beetlejuice.
Wow,
Classic.
okay. Yeah, I think everybody's seen that before.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
I will answer this ahead of time.
What's that?
So we are giving away vouchers for AMC to go get your popcorn from AMC for the movie. So we have worked with them, because that's always the question that comes up whenever we do our movies.
We did that.
All right, that's nice.
Yeah.
All right, so where, everybody parks where?
So it's in the same parking lot, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
So the screen will be facing, or let me give my directions here.
South.
Southwest.
So
So that way the screen is facing, the cars are going to be looking pretty much towards the ring road there. The screen will be facing them there.
You mean back towards the old Sears store?
No.
No.
Oh, yeah, well, the screen is facing that way, the cars are facing the opposite
Yes,
direction.
exactly.
Okay.
So, and we've done this before
that-
here, it's worked out.
I thought somewhere, yeah, I guess, somewhere in here it said it was facing south, but I guess the screen's facing south, but the cars are facing northeast. So isn't that, where, is the projector behind the screen projector, or is it facing towards?
It's
the-
facing towards it.
So-
Our biggest concern was the sound, because we don't want the sound to be
okay, the
facing the
sound to be
condo.
facing south.
So that's why we turned it the other way, so the sound is going towards the mall. And we didn't have any sound issues with the residents there last time we did it. So that's why we wanted to do it that direction.
Yeah, from staff's perspective, we didn't receive any complaints. We think it worked out well last December, so we were supportive of the same location for this.
I know we've had some complaints recently about one of the car shows,
Yes.
kind of in that spot, in terms of the noise there, but, and it won't be a concern with all the cars, their lights will be off once the movie starts, but when they're leaving, it's not that many cars, so it
Right.
wouldn't be such a big issue. But I guess, yeah, the sound is probably the biggest, so that makes sense.
So the cars are facing
Northeast.
northeast?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, at the car show, they were revving the engines quite a bit on that first, for the first event. We contacted them, the second event went quite well.
And is
Yeah,
this
they've been cooperative,
Is
you
this
know.
another Saturday?
This one is on a Friday, I believe, the
Friday
22nd of
night?
October is a Friday, yes.
Oh, okay.
Friday
That's-
evening, 6
Yeah, that won't be a problem for me.
that's not a problem.
Well, no, because Notre Dame might play on Saturday night,
Yeah.
but that Friday's okay.
Okay, good.
Unless the Vernon Hills Cougars are playing, and then,
Well, then we got a problem.
they're
You know, my
playing.
daughter goes to FSU, that was kind of a travesty the other
Oh, yeah, whatever. Yeah. It's a travesty that Notre Dame let them back in the game. Okay.
A motion to approve then. In fact,
There was a
Second.
motion to approve?
just
You're the motion to approve, and who's the second?
Second.
there we go.
All right.
The question though too is, if we do advertisement on our display signs too for them?
Yeah, in fact, now that the board's approved it, I know our communications team's is geared up and ready to help promote both of the events that were presented tonight. So yeah, I'm sure they'll use the sign. We have our website. Facebook, all the different mediums that we have, I'm sure will be utilized to help promote both events.
Yeah.
Good.
Roll call.
Anything? We ready? Roll call.
President Byrne.
Aye.
Trustees Marport.
Aye.
Forrester.
Aye.
Oppenheim.
Aye.
Cook.
Aye.
Shank.
Aye.
Takaoka.
Okay, motion carries. That's it for you?
I think so. Yes, sir.
Okay, what's your first name?
Thomas, or Tom.
All right, nice to see you.
A pleasure. Thank
might
you again,
ne-
everybody.
You probably will never see me again, okay?
Sorry.
I'm just trying to work with you. All right, number 3, approval and passes of resolution 2021-029, resolution granting approval to operate an outdoor testing facility for Hawthorn Mall located at 122 Hawthorn Center.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This is the same company that the board approved to operate a COVID testing facility earlier this year. What's different now is instead of being along Town Line Road, they're going to be on the west side of the parking lot across from the PGA Superstore. It'll operate, though otherwise similar or the same to what happened, the way they operated before, which is cars drive into the tent. They get tested while they're still seated in their cars. They get the results in 15 minutes.
Okay, so that'll be closer to, is it Buc-ee's still, or did somebody buy Buc-ee's?
It's Casey's now.
What?
It's Casey's now.
So it'll be that way?
No,
Yeah, it'll be that way, a little farther north, but yeah. It won't be so visible.
Oh, yeah, okay. Can you take your mask off so we can see you? You're safe. Now,
Here.
what you can be tested for the Delta
Yeah, so
and the Mu,
so the test covers all the variants, correct?
even this new one?
Yes, correct.
Really?
Yes.
Is that real, that one, MU?
they're all real.
How bad is that one? Now, I'm deferring to the doctor on our village board.
I haven't looked it up in the last few days. I mean, previously it was 99% Delta.
What?
Previously, all of the COVID was Delta. I don't know how much
Jeez.
Mu.
So Mu is the last
Mu
10
is-
days or a week?
Yeah, I don't know. I can look it
Okay.
up, but.
All right, now,
but yeah,
not to
cover it.
take your thunder,
Okay.
but were you any closer, Dr. Dave, to the children 12 and under getting vaccinated, or we're bumping along?
Any closer? Yeah, because it's getting closer to the end of the year when we're expecting that it'll be.
Okay,
But other than that, we're just
right,
in a waiting game, waiting for the
all right,
powers that be.
okay. Board have
So-
questions for this petitioner?
So you're using the same BD Veritor antigen test, you're not doing PCR tests?
So we are going to be adding on PCR tests as well.
Okay.
But primarily what people typically want is the rapid test. We will be using the BD Veritor test again. But again, yes, adding on.
How are you getting the results to them for the PCR?
So the PCR will be emailed to them, secure email. The rapid test will be given to them on the spot.
You're mailing it to them?
Email.
Oh, emailing
Yeah.
it to them, okay. All right, yeah, because lately, a lot of the families need the PCR test for school purposes.
School, work.
Yeah.
Although the rapid tests are being more widely accepted now, you were right that the PCR test is, a lot of places require that.
And you still feel that there's a need, given that people can buy their own tests at Walgreens? And
People aren't buying those. People need it more now than ever. There's more demand now than ever. The testing sites that we've seen elsewhere are busier now than they were when we were doing this 6 months ago. We thought that people would just buy those kits at Walgreens that you can buy, the Binax now, and just do it themselves, and they're not selling for whatever reason.
Well, I just got from the school district that if your child is exposed or staff members exposed, they're not accepting home tests.
They're not doing
It
the
must
Binax,
be.
yeah.
You need something
a third
reported,
Yeah.
yeah. So we created,
Because there's no proof that the person actually doing the test knows
Right.
how to
Oh,
do it
okay.
properly.
Right.
I think that's what it is. And now with the new vaccine mandate in the state of Illinois, the alternative to the mandate is getting tested weekly. If you don't, it's like police officers and teachers and other professions, medical professionals have to get the vaccine or they have to get tested weekly. So for a lot of professions, they have to get the test, and to your point, they have to have a printout that they can submit.
But you're still not you're not taking insurance, though.
We will be taking insurance now
You
this
will
time
be.
around. It was a cash pay model before. Now we're going to be doing insurance and the uninsured fund, and Medicare and Medicaid.
Okay, good.
There was a lot of demand for it. We weren't fully set up for it last time. Also, the rules changed on, just the process changed to make it more easier or more favorable. So now we are able to accept it.
And I saw in the packet that your technicians will be wearing gowns and gloves and
Always.
goggles, and are they wearing N95s or just?
And that, yep, absolutely, N95s.
Perfect. Okay. I move to approve.
Yeah. Your technicians are administering the test, or is it like Walgreens where?
So we will be administering the tests,
Okay,
yes, correct. We will do the nasal swab, then we process the rapid test right there on the spot.
If they had no insurance, how much would it cost somebody to get tested?
I don't think we're planning on doing the cash pay model. If they don't have insurance, we're going to use the uninsured fund. And the way that works is you submit it to the government and the state of Illinois, and then the state pays it.
Okay.
So it's free for everybody, or no cost, no out-of-pocket for anybody. Insurance and between the insurance and the uninsured fund, they've really loosened up in the last several months, especially now with the Delta variant and the Mu variant, as you've referenced, to make it easier to get it covered. It was much more difficult 6 and 9 months ago.
Okay, well, all right. So, doctor, this is still, I'm not, you aren't. What's your specialty? Do you have a designation as, do you have any kind
Are you a
of
physician?
scientific?
Are you a
or-
health professional, or?
No, I'm not. So no, we have, we have a medical director, but we have a licensed laboratory in the state of Illinois. I personally am not a doctor.
What, do you just own the thing?
I'm one of the owners, yes.
Yeah, sure, okay. So basically, this is still a necessary evil, in your opinion, Doc? You know what I mean? They have this in town, I mean, these people can go there.
You know, we certainly provide the service at our office, and there's other offices
Yeah, I
in the
understand.
community, but if they,
Well, we don't,
they want to provide that service.
yeah,
then-
somebody who just wants to drive through there, it's available.
Yeah.
Well, they just announced today that the president just announced today that employers over 100 are making people get the vaccine or get tested every week
Okay.
as
Yeah.
a
Well, there you go.
mandate.
All right.
So I think give them an
Wow.
option, especially with the uninsured fund, and taking insurance is
Yeah.
probably a quick place if somebody just needs to know.
Well, do you think at some point they're gonna set up, more like county or state-run
I'm
operations?
sure they do if there's something happens.
No, I'm just,
Yeah, there's difficulty in that once you
okay.
get into the.
Because
lines
I
of
know
things.
for a fact that you got certain National Guard type people traveling all over the state right now. Working in conjunction with medical professionals.
Oh, sure.
To give, encourage people from, wherever to get shots.
Sure.
Because I know that, an Army reservist that, is doing that, and it's like, wow, I didn't, so anyway. Okay, what's your last name again?
Sadoff,
Yeah,
Sadoff.
okay. All right, well, okay. All right, we got a motion, we got a second.
I'll second if it did.
Okay, are we done comments and questions? Roll call.
President Byrne.
Aye.
Trustees Markwart.
Aye.
Forster.
Aye.
Oppenheim.
Aye.
Cook.
Aye.
Shank.
Aye.
Takaoka.
Motion carried. Okay.
Thank you.
Nice to see you, kinda.
Thank you.
Hopefully, this will be the last time that we'll be
Yeah.
done with.
We were happy when we closed, because
Yeah.
we're like, hey, it's over.
It seemed like it was better, yeah.
It's unfortunate that we're back in.
Back in business.
Swing.
Okay, blah, 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 is that it? Any new business?
Yeah, just one thing I'd like to mention. Before coming to the meeting tonight, there's a school board meeting at District 73, and they were doing tours of the new Hawthorn Middle North building. And some of the kids took us on a tour in that, and it's, first of all, the new wings are absolutely amazing. The new gym is outstanding. Several of the parts of the new music wing are incredible. And some of the other stuff that they did just to refurbish some of the interior of the existing building was also absolutely amazing. So hats off to 73. They did an excellent job on the additions and remodeling of Hawthorn Middle
Was
North.
there, Tom, do you think anybody was videotaping it so it'll be on, YouTube or something?
I'm sure they probably could do one. I'll pass that on, and
Well,
I'm
just
sure
to
that,
lay it out there.
I'm sure their kids will be happy to do some kind of a
Yeah.
a
Somebody do a
video tour.
walkthrough, Lynn
Yeah.
Brandel can go through, or, what the hell. All right, any other new business to come before the board?
I wanted to
Yeah.
bring something up, mostly for Mike. We've talked about this in the past in terms of the banner flags that are in front of certain businesses. There's the one in particular that I've noticed that's been there for months, one of the new liquor stores, the Liquor Barn. I mean, that one is right on the southwest corner of Milwaukee and 60. Was never really even in front of their business, and it's been there for months. So if you can look into that, and then some of the others that, I don't want to, I still want the restaurants to be able to an extent, but I know we've been a little bit lax on that because of COVID, but I think we need to take another look at.
Sure, I mean, I'm glad you brought it up because it gives me an opportunity, gives staff an opportunity to get, further direction from the board. I think as the board is aware, when COVID hit, we relaxed our enforcement on banner signs, tents, and other things that help businesses run. And we've continued to relax enforcement of that, including the banner signs. We're aware they're out there, we're just not enforcing those requirements. If the board concurs that we should now begin stepping up that enforcement, we can do so, and I'm happy to listen to the board's direction.
Well,
Yeah, well,
think
some of these companies,
or newer
people
ones.
abuse it,
Well, that's the thing.
Don't wear it, let it wear, don't let it
Who?
wear, if they put up a sign, don't let it wear to the fact that it's faded or ripped and stuff to
Well,
replace.
it's not so much that. I mean, some businesses were.
You just put them up.
Some were more affected by COVID than others.
Yeah.
Obviously, the restaurants and trying to get people in, but also the tents for the restaurants, that's important. But for this other one that I mentioned, that's,
Yeah.
I think we should start enforcing at least that.
Well, you
that
get,
aspect
you
of
get
it.
help from the police, though. Yeah, doesn't the police help, the building department? Or is that beneath your station?
No, we work very closely together with code enforcement. However, as Mike said, we've been very patient with the community on some of those regulatory issues. So if the board wants to give some guidance, we're happy to. And I'm sure what Mike would also suggest is that we're not going to go out there and start writing $100 tickets to people. If we are going to do that, it's going to be in a soft manner, let people know that this isn't allowed, and try and gain compliance before anything else happens. I say that right, Mike?
Yeah, couldn't say it any better. So we could, if the board gives us that direction, then we'll be happy to start that soft enforcement, getting word out there, getting businesses to come back into compliance, at least with banner signs. Yeah. Sounds good. Thank you.
All right, is that about it? Is there any other new business to come before?
Oh, I have a question, not about banner
Who's
signs.
asking?
Mike.
Oh.
Hey.
I can't always tell, because you're masked up, but go ahead.
That, you can see my
Yeah,
chin
it's
now.
better, yeah. I can-
So the new turf fields, who pays for the lighting on that field? Is it the soccer club, or are we paying for the usage of the lights? Because I live right over, there's many times, like the baseball fields, the coaches, we all shut them down with the passwords, but I always feel like the soccer, they leave the turf, and there's a lot of lights on that field. I feel like they get left on when there's nobody on there, and I'm not sure if they're on a timer or if they're supposed, so might do us some justice to kind of find out to get those off.
I could certainly look into that with Dave Brown. My understanding is it's a shared cost.
Yeah.
But we'll verify that.
It's probably a good cost when they get left on for,
sure.
X amount of days times hours they're on.
Well, I mean, we have the capability of turning those things off, right? I mean, who locks the gate? We must, right? The police? No?
My understanding is after hours, the group using the facility would maintain that, or
We turn the lights off.
So,
But they're not locking the
we could
gate.
put
Isn't the
timers on
police
those lights,
department
too.
locking
Yeah.
the gate? Well, do we check if the lights are on? Can our people that do that shut the lights off?
Yeah, we sometimes do that, but if it's being used by an organization, we leave it to them to do it, and then we'll do some follow-up.
But if there's nobody there,
Yeah.
Like,
left on till,
yeah, they're on.
you know, I think that's what you're
That's my
talking about,
point,
right?
yeah.
There's nobody there.
There's nobody there.
We'll
And
look into it.
The baseball fields, because when we played in the baseball fields, the coaches know the keypad over on the concessions. We just knock them off, and then that's kind of our responsibility to turn them off, because that cost gets passed on to the baseball league too. So
Yeah.
I think it would just help especially if it's a shared cost. There's no reason to.
So, I will say, trustee Shank, let us look into this, talk with my staff. I know that we did have some issues with people using those fields without permission, and we were really trying to knock down on that. So I have a feeling some of the lighting protocols might be to help us. Officers can go by, easily see. They shouldn't be left on all night, though. So let's look into that and
I
maybe.
mean, how late are we talking there, Ron?
Well, those are,
Well, I've seen them. I mean, I've seen players out there 9 o'clock, but I've also seen them on at 10 o'clock, and there's nobody out there.
We'll take a look.
So I mean, it's probably that they ended.
We
just-
have interlopers, chief, that
We
go
do.
out there?
they go over
Or
the
do they
fence.
know how to turn the lights on? Or they run out there?
No, they go over
No, they.
The lights are to see.
The lights are for the security to keep them off. so they don't
Officers
know.
can drive by the parking lot, if the lights are on, they can see if people are out there when they shouldn't be out there.
Yeah.
let Jen,
And to keep.
I mean, if that's an
Testing,
issue.
testing. Those are on Control Link. You're used to SkyLogic for fields 1 through 4. Those have the keypad by the concession stand.
1 through 4
Turn 'em-
baseball fields.
Yeah, those are the keypad that you know about,
Right.
that you turn them on and turn them off. The other ones are SkyLogic. The only way they can come on is the coach goes on his phone, has them turned on, and then the coach is supposed to shut them off. The only lights that will stay on are the security ones to get you off the field. So
Yeah,
you
no,
may
they're
see those on
definitely-
after a game.
No,
Then the coach is turning them on and not having them.
Yeah,
turn off.
it would be like the full arsenal would be basically be on at times.
So
So
basically, is this hitting people's houses?
no, it's cost to us. It's cost to them to keep the lights on for no reason. It's all commercial over there anyways. But
But you know, the good thing is that whoever turns them on, that's who's paying for them. Their code is
Nobody's
being built
skating.
to
Is
them.
that what
Yeah.
you're saying?
No
Somebody's getting
no one's
billed.
skating on those. We know what hours each group has them on, or each coach, that they get billed for that.
yeah, well, let them pay less now because they'll come asking for us for more later.
You know, maybe let's just make sure they're more conscientious. Not worry about it. Is that it? Is there a motion to adjourn the board meeting?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Okay. I'll indicate, who want to adjourn by saying aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Is there any nays? The ayes have it. The village board meeting's adjourned. Thank you. Good night. And when's our next meeting, in a month or
yeah.
21st? Okay. All right. Okay. Anything else? All right.